When I started learning Italian a couple of years ago, I bought 2 books. One of them is still staring at me longingly from the bookshelf, and the other is waiting patiently beside my bed for me to pick it up one of these days. I even took Italian classes, face-to-face and online. And while I loved doing them, I wasn't a diligent student. The classes were not regular, they were a bit too far apart. And even though I finished the lessons and I got to grips with the basics of grammar, I never really learned Italian, not to the level I wanted to. Although I can ask for a spritz now. Prendo uno spritz. You see, when I learn, I need structure and regularity. That's the type of person I am. I need to know exactly what I'm doing and when I have to do it for. If I don't have this, I just feel lost and unproductive. Contrast this to when I was studying for my French exams, the DELF B2 and the DELF C1 exams. I was completely structured. I went to regular classes, I did my homework, I had presentations to prepare. I was fully organized and I just didn't think about it. I just committed to the schedule. And my French really, really improved as a result. So I started to think, why is structure so important? And here's what I found. Reason number 1 why structure is really important. Structured learning helps to clarify the outcome, to clarify the result. If you get a good mentor or teacher, they will help you to clarify your goals. Many of my students say they want to be fluent. Well, this is a very arbitrary goal. It's not very detailed. And it means different things to different people, actually. For some people, getting fluent might being able to have a normal conversation with people on the street, with just friends and family. And for others, it might be fluent in a more professional sense, at work or for business. So finding a teacher that helps you make your objectives clear in your mind will help you to realize the outcome, will help you to get the results you want. This keeps you motivated as well, because you're certain about what you want to achieve. So it's not some random goal like I want to be fluent. It's like I need to pass my exams. I need to prepare for this interview. I need to be able to present topics in a meeting at work. And I want to speak about a variety of social topics without feeling like a first grader. Reason number 2 why structure is so important. You stay consistent. Bruce Springsteen, who has won 20 Grammy Awards, an Academy Award, 2 Golden Globes Awards, and a Tony Award, said this: getting an audience is hard. Sustaining an audience is hard. It demands a consistency of thought, of purpose, of action over a long period of time. And as you know, Bruce Springsteen is one of the most successful artists in the world and has a career that's probably longer than most people in the business. And it's true. Consistently following specific lessons, a specific schedule, will increase the ability to produce a good outcome, a good result. And for you, that means being fluent or getting your IELTS exam or being comfortable in meetings at work, or simply being able to enjoy a conversation without feeling stuck. Why does it produce a better result? Because you can see your improvement bit by bit. You make English part of your life, just like your job, just like your business. You treat this goal with the respect it deserves. If you do things just when you feel like it, chances are you won't feel like doing it a lot of the time because it's work. It's not easy to learn a new language. It's actually quite difficult. So it takes a lot of sacrifice on your part if you really want to achieve this. But putting English in your schedule regularly will definitely help you improve over the long term. Mindlessly scrolling through YouTube or TikTok or Instagram won't. Reason number 3 why structure is so important. To know you are growing, learning, and improving, you need to be able to measure the outcome, measure the result. What I mean by this is if you realize at some stage that you're not really getting the results you want, that you're not progressing as fast as you want to, then something needs to change. You need to tweak things a little bit. What I mean by this is that if you realize at some stage that you're not progressing in English like you thought you would, you're not speaking as well as you'd like to, you're not able to understand conversations as well as you'd like to, or as well as you thought you would at this stage, then you might need to change what you're doing. Adjust things a little bit. If you have been learning in a structured manner, it's easy to know what to tweak, what to add, or what to subtract, because you know exactly what you have been doing up until now. If you've been doing things haphazardly, you can't really adjust things because you don't really know how long you've spent or what you've been doing exactly. So it's hard to measure the results from the input that you've been giving into English, from what you've been doing. You haven't really been consistent. Let's take an example of a structured approach. Let's say every day you do 15 minutes of pronunciation practice and 15 minutes of vocabulary. And after 3 weeks of doing this consistently, you still don't feel that you are where you want to be. Let's say pronunciation is good. You think, okay, I think my pronunciation is good. Now I want to take it to the next level. I want to practice my pronunciation in real discussions, in real conversations. So maybe I'll just add a conversation class into my schedule, just to be able to test myself a little bit more. So now you see that you're progressing a little bit. However, you feel your vocabulary is still lacking. Now you think, okay, I've been doing 15 minutes. Let's maybe increase that to 30 and see if that works. Let's tweak the process a little bit. Maybe as well as writing down sentences with a new vocabulary, maybe I record myself saying these sentences as well. Maybe that might help. And so then you take note of your new process, and now you do that for a certain time to see if it helps you improve your memory of the new vocabulary, or to see if it helps you improve your vocabulary in general. If you don't have this structured approach before, then you can't really adjust anything. You don't know what you've been doing. You say, oh, well, I watched a TikTok video yesterday. Maybe I watched 2 TikTok videos. I mean, it's not really something you can measure. So as you can see, having a structured approach is definitely good for measuring and for adjusting and seeing what works and what doesn't work. So to sum up, number 1, structure gives you clarity on what you want to achieve, gives you clarity on your goals, thus helping you to be more motivated. It helps provide you with a consistent result. You can see yourself improving bit by bit. And it helps you to realize what is working and what is not, so you can adjust what you're doing, change it a little bit in order to get the best result. So how can you make your English learning more structured? You need to define your why. Why are you learning English? It might seem like an obvious question, like, yeah, I want to become fluent, or I want to pass my IELTS exam, but try to delve a little bit deeper into that. Why do you want to pass your IELTS exam? Why is it important to you? You might say, okay, I want to study at a university overseas. Why is studying at a university overseas important to you? Why do you want to do that? What is it going to give you? So I want you to to peel off the layers like an onion and really get to the heart of why you're doing what you're doing. You might just want to improve English in general, like your general conversation, to be more social with people, to be, able to travel and talk to people and just feel more comfortable in English. It might just be like a growing experience for you. You like learning new things. So again, you might need to delve a little bit deeper into this again and say, well, why do I like doing this? Why is speaking with other people or traveling and being able to speak the language important to me? really try and get to the heart of it. And that's really going to be key to keep you motivated. You need to always go back to your why. Next, you need to determine how much money and time you want to spend on your English. So, how much money can you spend a month? Maybe it might be 0. How much time can you spend? Can you spend 15 minutes every day? Can you spend an hour a week? Can you spend 3 hours a week? You need to determine, okay, when can I fit it into my schedule? And then you need to determine, okay, when during the day can I do this? If I work during the day, I can only do it in the evenings or early in the mornings. Okay, early in the mornings is out because I have small children. That's not possible. So, okay, I might have a half an hour in the evening before I go to bed. That might be it. That might be all the time you have. And that's okay. But you just need to determine when you can fit it into your day or when you can fit it into your week. It might only be on the weekends where you have a bit more time to spare. Next, you need to determine if you want to study on your own, in a group, or have private classes. So this is important. You need to, obviously, if it's on your own, then you mightn't have to pay anything, or you might buy a self-study course, or you might buy a book or something like that. You need to determine how much money you can kind of spend on that. If you're looking to join a group class, you need to determine when you can do that group class and do the classes suit your schedule. And if it's a private class, you need to think, okay, well, where am I going to find private classes? How often can I do it? Again, going back to time and money. But you need to figure all of this out to make a plan, basically, to have a structured approach. So after saying all of this, if you're still unsure as to what structure you need or how to define your goals, or you're unclear about what you need to study, why not join my Fluency Club, where I can guide you in the right direction. In the premium pack, we have a lesson, an individual private lesson once a month, where I can help to guide you in the right direction and give you that structure. And of course, there are the 12 to 14 conversation classes and grammar classes during the month as well. So you have that structure in place. The link for the Fluency Club is in the description below. If the Fluency Club is not the right fit for you or the times do not suit you, then I have something that's coming up in September that I'm pretty excited about. It's a program that I'm working on to help you specifically speak more fluently. And yes, you will have to speak. I'm actually very excited about this and I can't wait to share it with you, but it's not ready yet, so very, very soon. If you have any more questions about structure, about what you need to study, then ask them in the comments below and tell me as well if you want to, how you approach learning English. What are your strategies? What do you do and what works for you? It would be really interesting to hear your experience on this. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next video. Bye.